How I accidentally made over $100,000 my first year in wholesaling real estate. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here. And in today's video, I want to share exactly the accident that caused me to make over six figures my first year wholesaling real estate. The accident I see with so many successful people that I teach who end up making six and some people eventually seven figures in wholesaling real estate, that really, if you start implementing today, you can start getting deals and really stop a lot of the beginner struggle I see so many wholesalers having. The honest truth in this business is it's not easy. It's not a simple, easy thing sometimes to get a wholesaling deal. Now, the simple art of doing a deal sounds easy, but the execution or the consistency, or heck, going out here and talking to a motivated seller is the main piece of strife that you guys have, and a thing that is just a lot of struggle for you. And truthfully, there's a couple superpowers that can accidentally draw you to a lot of success in wholesaling real estate. Now, I will tell you, making six figures ain't an accident, right? I didn't accidentally stumble upon $100,000 in wholesaling real estate by just being dumb. Okay. There was one thing I accidentally did, though, that made me this money. And this is a secret I could tell you. But, something I've been talking about for a while now, and I think a lot of wholesalers should understand this, but it's confidence, it's a firm belief, and it's conviction. And this could all be a combination. And this is an important lesson for everybody watching this. But really, what has skyrocketed my success my first year in wholesaling was just being dumb enough to believe, just being dumb enough to actually think that I could do it. I know it sounds crazy to say and honestly nuts to speak about, but I accidentally got my first wholesaling deal because I just believed that I could get a contract signed. And because I believed I get that contract signed, I got my first deal. And then after that, confidence skyrocketed like crazy. But that simple conviction, that belief in what I said was so important. And I get so many beginner wholesalers who are just, they honestly struggle going out here and sounding good in front of a seller. They have no accent. They have no strife, right? When they're talking to everybody, they have no struggles. But when it comes to getting in front of a seller, they start freezing up and flipping out. Right? They don't know what to do. And it always comes down to them not believing in the words they say. And a lot of wholesalers have this impostor syndrome of why they're not successful or why they can't become a success. You're probably watching this and you're raising your hand like, that's me, right? I struggle with confidence. I struggle having a firm belief. And I've been kind of going back and seeing the successful wholesalers and the non-successful ones. And a lot of you guys all were scared, but you can be scared and confident at the same time. You have a little fear, still be confident at the same time, right? And so the truth is, the best wholesalers are the ones that always focus on just the basics in wholesaling. And what I mean by this is I'm seeing this crazy issue of all these crazy systems being pushed towards new wholesalers, right? You got novations, you got crazy subject to and creative finance deals being thrown down people's throats. And, I'm a product of that situation, right? I'll go and tell people these crazy, awesome, fat creative finance deals I do. And a lot of beginners feel like, I have to do that. And when you start putting cogs and wheels and complicated systems, to somebody, you get less confident doing it, right? And we just have to go back to what wholesaling real estate simply is about, which is finding people who have ugly looking houses, writing up contracts, and selling it to a rich landlord house flipper. That is what this business fundamentally comes down to. This is what this business is. The best wholesalers focus on the basics, not the crazy advanced things. And once you start focusing on basics of wholesaling real estate, you will do well. When you start, this might be weird to say, but if you start thinking in more basic terms of wholesaling, of just like doing it, you end up doing more deals, right? And so the simple act of believing in what you say and believing in your mission will make you rich. And I want everybody watching this to really understand this, that, hey, you have to have a mission getting into wholesaling real estate. And you have to be completely unwavered on your mission. And what I mean by this is you're getting into wholesaling real estate for a reason, right? And we get the goal, right? In my opinion, the goal is different than the vision, right? So the goal in wholesaling real estate has always been to get a deal, make money, and do well. That's always been the goal in this business. But the mission, right? Like, well, what is pushing me? What is my why? What is getting me past the point where, heck, if things got hard, I just give up? What is that one thing? What's that secret small little thing stopping me? And what you're going to find in most cases, that mission is going to be something to do with your family. It's going to be something to do with something greater than yourself. Maybe your kid, your dog, your grandma. I don't know what you're getting this business for, right? But the simple mission of why you want to become successful, rich, and well off, right? And if you can stick and have a good mission, a good why, and you keep everything basic, you're going to do all right. So if you look at the greatest battles, military, armies of all time, they had a simple mission, right? Oh, defend the country. We love our country, and they're unwavered to their country, right? And that's a great way to get people to run towards fire and bombs and all this crazy, scary stuff in tanks, because you love your country so much, right? You're willing to sacrifice everything for it. Now, we're not doing anything as crazy here, but you have to have some motivation to run towards a tank. Okay, like you can't just do it because, why not? You have to have something that you want to defend greater than your own life sometimes. And that's, how armies and things like that work. But when we're talking about wholesaling real estate, it's not dire. It's not even close to being that dire. And we love our veterans and people that served. But in wholesaling real estate, to go past the point where most people aren't willing to go, which is just extra work, cold calling more than an hour for a day, we have to have something that is greater than ourselves being lazy bums all day to get past that point. And what I mean by this is, hey, I got a son at home. I need to make something of my life. So that's going to motivate me to call. Something like that, right? But keeping the mission simple, believing that I can do it, that is what we do. You don't run towards another army not believing you can win. It's called morale. If you don't have the morale, you're done, okay? So you have to believe in the words you say, in the words that I will become successful and I'll get rich wholesaling real estate. What it is. A lot of wholesalers have this impostor syndrome. They don't really believe they can get rich. They really don't believe they can become successful. Or the worst one that I see of what we call impostor syndrome is a wholesaler not really believing in them. They believe they can wholesale, but they don't believe they're actually helping sellers out. And I mean, raise your hand, tell me, hey, like when you got into wholesaling, you really thought, you know what, I'm screwing a seller, right? Like I'm making money off of them. They should just go with a realtor. They should all go with a realtor because you get the most money and that's what you want. And you start thinking of yourself in the seller's mind without even being in their shoes, because it's a different end of the foot, right? It's like when you trade in a car. No, you should go get the VIN and go meet a random smelly guy behind a Starbucks at 9 a.m. and hopefully he doesn't drive off with your nice car. That's no, I'm just going to trade it in. Transmission's almost gone. Any day the thing is going to go off, and that's going to be $4 or $5 grand. And so you start understanding that there's a benefit of trading in, speed and convenience for cash, all these things. And you start really understanding that I'm not an imposter. I actually help sellers out by giving them cash. They're actually grateful for what I can do. And sometimes, like me, you start getting a little aggressive towards realtors. You're like, realtors ain't nothing. But it's the truth. And so the imposter of thinking that you're not actually truly helping a seller out. I see so many wholesalers have this in their minds, that they don't truly believe they're helping sellers out. And it drives me crazy that people actually believe this. And once you start doing a lot of wholesaling deals, you figure out the sellers actually, like, they love what you're doing. They're talking to you for a reason. And so don't have this imposter. Actually believe in the words you say. This is so powerful. But say, hey, my name is Zach, and I'm looking to buy your property, me and my partner. Or me and my partner are looking to buy a couple houses in the area for cash. You have to actually believe in what you're saying. If the words you're saying do not match what you believe in your heart, it does not come out good. Okay. And so here's a truth. When somebody tries to sell you something and they know it's not for the best interest in mind, they're lying to you, right? They feel like they're screwing you. So if somebody sells you a bogus warranty, they sell you some medicinal herb that's supposed to help your life out, and the person doesn't believe in that product, it sounds like salesy, right? I remember one guy trying to sell me a car, and I said, is it really worth me spending 140 grand on this car versus a used version of this car, which is 100,000? And the guy told me, he said, it's better to have nice things. And I'm like, so you're like, you can't even answer that objection. And he just said, the words out of this man's mouth was just so phony and fake. I remember one instance, this guy tried to sell me on this water filtration system. And I said, is this any better than a Brita scientifically? And he said, I feel better when I drink it. And you could feel the lies out of the man's mouth, because you're lying. And if you're like me, and I think a lot of honest people sometimes are like me, I can't lie and make it sound smooth and easy and good. I can't, right? I can't go tell you that I just closed 17 Ovation deals last month. I'm laughing just saying that. I would never. It's crazy for me to say, right? And the truth is, when you lie, you sound off. You don't sound like yourself. You sound insincere. And that's when you don't sound good. And people it's very subconscious cues. And when you don't believe you're actually helping the seller out, or you and your partner can actually buy it, a lot of people think, oh, I'm 17, I can't buy the house. Yeah, you can't. But if you say you and your partner can buy the house, then it's a lot smoother process. You actually sound like you know what you're talking about. You sound like you actually believe you can buy the house, and you sound way more smooth. And so the reason why I accidentally made 100K plus my first year wholesaling real estate at 17 years old was because I actually believed I could buy the house with a partner. I was completely convinced, because it's true, because I just did a deal. My first deal, 17 years old, over $20,000. I was like, okay, I can do that 4 more times. Easy, right? And so I didn't really have that imposter in my mind. I really believed in the words I was saying. I created my standard. And you got to think about that. Create your standard. I have a standard to myself that I will hit my goals. I know why I'm doing it, and I'm going to continue to do what I plan out day in and day out until I become successful. This is really important. And I say this other thing too, but it's completely true. This is really important, okay? You have to be a little dumb to get rich wholesaling real estate. And what I mean by this is you have to be a little delusional, a little nuts to really believe you can become successful. And the most successful people in my life that I know are completely delusional, crazy people. And that's entrepreneurs in general. But you have to think you're crazy enough to be able to do something that most people aren't willing to do. Start a business and make a ton of money doing it. When almost impossible, 0 people in your family did it. I just got to do it. I know the odds are really low, starting a business, in general. But despite the odds, it is better to die without any regrets than have regrets at all and go all in on it. But really, if you think about it, statistically, if you're willing to work harder than the average wholesaler, your chance of success is insanely high. It's insanely high, your chance of success. And all of these successful wholesalers that you hear on podcasts or that I share, they post checks in the Facebook group, they all, and I kid you not, they all were just like you starting out. Hey, what am I going to do? How am I getting my first deal? I don't know. And it's funnier and funnier every single time I have conversations with people rolling in 20, 30, 40 grand a month, because they're the same people that hopped on these one-on-one calls with me and they just struggled and struggled and no deal, no deal, no deal, no deal. And then eventually, boom, they get their first deal. Second deal rolls in, third deal rolls in, fourth deals. And it's like, now I believe in myself. I'm just going to figure out what's working and I'm just going to keep doing that. That is how success is bred in this business, and you have to get going. Repetition is the mother of success. And so I made my first $100,000 believing in myself. I talked to sellers. I was full of delusion that what I am doing will work and can work. Now, you have to be a little crazy to go out here and believe in yourself. But really, you're the only person you can trust. There's no one else in your family that's going to go out here and get rich. And I promise you, I know you guys have family out here that's maybe making fun of you a little. What are you doing this little weird thing for, right? It's not like you're being a vegan. It's not like you're doing CrossFit, right? It's not like you're doing some crazy weird thing. It's not like you're okay. You're not doing some crazy stupid thing. You didn't join a cult, right? Like, a lot of people can make fun of you for doing a lot of crazy things. But what you're doing is something that's actively trying to make your life better. And you're not hurting anyone else in the process, right? Have you ever heard of people that join like MLMs? And I'm not saying anything bad about them, but like, you get into it and then you tell your friends about it and you try to sell them. And then it's like, oh, this new thing is just trying to take money from me, right? Like we're not going to get into that. But like, it's like they say, it's to better myself and my family. Like you're just trying to sell me on this, thing. But wholesaling is different. It's like, I'm not asking anyone in my family for money. I'm not asking any of my friends for money. I'm actually not at all. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just doing this thing. It's going to cost me $0. I don't have to buy thousands of dollars of shipments, right? All I'm doing is just trying to find motivated sellers, and it costs me no money at all to do this. And so I made my first $100,000 from believing myself. People won't believe you until you start pulling up checks. I will tell you this. You'll have people that doubt you. You will have your family members saying, you shouldn't be trying this thing. And they're honestly right. I'll be honest with you, right? Like what you're doing is crazy. But once you make a $25,000 check, they start instantly believing you. And they always believed in you, apparently, after all this, right? It's always funny. But that's how this business works. It doesn't come to fruition that your family members will say you're crazy until you actually do it. They're like, dang, you're cool. You go from crazy, insane, stop doing it to, man, Zach, you've always been ambitious. You've always been that guy. You weren't saying that when I was starting out. You weren't saying that when I couldn't hang out. You weren't saying that all these things. And it's only said after all the riches and fame is there. And so nobody will believe in you except for you. Get over it. I know a lot of people grow up in, great families, bad families, whatever it is. And I'll tell you this, you always had someone to rely on. Sometimes you always had a spouse to tell you that you can do it. And you believe in you, I believe in you. And when you get into this business, you're going to have to just believe in yourself and not rely on other people to believe in you, because you have to just believe in yourself. If you have other people believing in you, but you don't truly believe in yourself, you're not going to get any success in this business. And I think that's an X factor a lot of people are missing today. They don't believe it. A lot of wholesalers actively stop themselves from becoming successful. They actively stop themselves from ending up doing plans and sticking and being consistent. And they have the excuses creep in and they don't become successful. Everybody will say they believe in you when you make it. But I'll tell you this, nobody will believe in you if you're starting out, but they'll all say they believe in you when you make it. That's okay. Success isn't easy, guys and gals. Many aren't willing to become uncomfortable. You must have growing pains in this business. To grow, you must be in pain. And to have pain, you are growing. And if you are wholesaling and everything's super easy and there's no struggle at all, then you're not growing. Everyone's grown that's become successful in this business. No pain, no gain. And the reason a lot of people don't have pain is they have these excuses, these reasons why they don't want to become successful, these reasons why They just can't get by, or there's always something. You know those type of people. There's always something going on. Excuses sound best to the person who makes it up. So when you tell me your reason why you can't become successful, why you can't be rich, why none of these things can happen in your life, it only sounds good to you, man. Like I'll be honest with you, it only sounds good to you. It don't sound good to anybody else. Your woes, your issues in life. Nobody cares about them. And I'm saying this from the most loving place in my heart. Nobody cares about your struggle. Nobody cares about how difficult your day was. Nobody cares about you have a screaming baby. Nobody cares. Your competition's got no kids. You know, your competition's 16 years old, driving for dollars all day. You have to win. Winning is your only outcome that is possible for your family. It's the only one that you can do. I'll tell you this, the most dangerous man is the man that has no other options. That is it. You know, have you ever heard stories of men and women, mostly men in the old days, that burned the boats? When you have no other option, you always kick it up a gear. When you have no money, and this is the only thing you can do to get rich and successful, your chance of becoming successful skyrockets because you have no other option. And once you start mentally shifting yourself into saying, I have no other option but success, then you will win. If you win, though, they will say you're lucky. Your friends, your haters, whatever it is. I get this all the time. I've gotten this more than ever. Zach, you're only successful because of X, Y, and Z. You're only successful because of this. You know, you're lucky. This is why you're successful. And you'll get the same thing in your life. You know, I get some people I talk to says, oh, he's lucky. He was born in Tennessee. He's lucky. He was born in California. You're always going to be told you're lucky of why you're successful. And you already know why you're successful. But if you lose, they're going to say, I knew it never worked. I knew that was a scam. I knew that was always going to be a thing. I was never going to help you out. I always knew it. You'll get that all the time too. And so understanding that they're always going to talk about you, your friends, your family, your haters, your spouse, whatever it is. But whoever it is that doesn't want you to become successful, you know, they're always going to talk about you. Either oh, he's just got lucky, or I always knew he's never going to become successful, right? They're always going to talk about you. So give them a show. If they're going to talk about you, they're going to watch. Give them a show to watch. It doesn't matter whoever talks about anything in your life. It ultimately is your life at the end of the day. And nobody's going to care once you're dead. Nobody. I promise you, nobody's going to care once you're dead. The haters, the naysayers, whatever. So you have to live a life that you are proud of exiting one day. And so what I tell everyone is get a list, get a plan, get to work. This is it. Get a list, get a plan, and get to work. Nobody cares. Just work harder. Once we start going from my issues, my excuses, once you have full accountability, your life starts changing. Once you become a man and start getting full accountability in your life will not change. Discipline will always create freedom for you. And so if you become accountable, and this is probably the number one thing I ask wholesalers, but track your numbers, become an accountable wholesaler. If you're somebody who wants to become successful and you don't track your numbers, you're doomed. If you're running a race and you don't know how far you've traveled, and you don't have a gas tank, and you don't know how much gas you have left, where are you going to, like, how are you going to win? That's the truth. Without tracking your information, your numbers, your data, you're screwed. Flying a plane with no odometer, without knowing your altitude, any of these things, like your speed, you're done. Without a compass, you guys are going in uncharted waters with no maps or compasses or anything. You're screwed. Okay. If you're not tracking your data, your numbers, I don't know what else I can tell you. It pains me so much to see these wholesalers who are so brand new, and they have so much mission, they have so much drive, and I tell them to track their numbers, and they always, I forgot, or it's just not that easy, man. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. This is your life at stake. This is your financial future. This is your kids' future. This is everything to you. And you're not willing to track your numbers. You don't know how many cold calls you're making. I don't know if you're doing enough to become successful or not. Do me the honors of knowing this. You have to become accountable to yourself. You have to track your numbers. And I promise you, if you can track your numbers, you can start charting your course of if you're doing well or not, right? It's like if you're trying to sail from England to New York and you're going 3 miles an hour and you wonder why you didn't get there in 2 days. It's like, because you're not going fast enough. Simple as that. Easy, right? And so my advice for everyone, never quit, never settle, and never give up. The only way you ever become a loser in wholesaling real estate is by giving up, by quitting. That is it. I know a lot of people that are sad, a lot of crybabies sometimes. I'll call you crybabies. I don't know. But it's just wham. Trust me. I always say this, and I know it's cliche to say, but truthfully, every day above ground is a beautiful, amazing day. You might have lost a leg today. You might have lost an arm today, but you're still alive. You still have air in your lungs. And if there's air in your lungs, you have the ability to change your life through wholesaling real estate. That is the only gift, life, breath in your lungs. If you're healthy right now, your family, your mom's alive, your dad's alive, right? There's always somebody whose parents died young, right? You have so many blessings in your life, and so many people my age, so many people my generation do not take it at all they take it all for granted. You have to know your blessings you have and take full advantage. Life is a precious gift. You are not promised tomorrow. So why are you acting like it is? Go out here and live the life that your family you have destined your life for your family, and do it for something just so much better than yourself. Stop being all about you. Oh, I'll be lazy today. Oh, I'm going to sit around. I'm going to watch TV all day. Like, why? Watching TV is not going to get you or your family out of poverty. The only thing that's going to get you out of poverty is getting you out your butt to become a successful wholesaler. Never quit, never settle, never give up. I believed in myself because I was crazy enough to believe in others. And so in turn, because I'm crazy enough to believe in myself and believe in other wholesalers of how they become successful, I in turn believe in you. But the only way you're going to get any success is if you believe in your dang self. If you do that, you'll have success in this business. If you do not believe in yourself, you will get nowhere, my friends. And so this is my message for everybody watching this. Believe in yourself, believe in the words you say, believe you can actually help a seller out, and believe you and your partner can purchase the house for cash. 100% belief. If you have this belief, this conviction, this confidence in yourself, the definition of confidence is a belief in the words you say, you will get successful. You will accidentally start making a ton of money in this business. But nobody talks about this belief. Just have belief. Just have confidence. Yeah, you get that. No, I just believe in the words you say wholeheartedly in your heart. Go out here and do it. And lastly, believe you can do it. Be crazy enough, be ambitious enough, be a little delusional to do it, and you can become a successful wholesaler. That is what it takes. Be the few that actually believe in themselves all in, and you can make a ton of money in this business. And so I talk about getting ready, getting jacked up, but you can get all excited, crazy. But if you're not tracking your numbers, you're going to get nowhere. So I tell everyone, track your numbers, know your information, and you can become a success in wholesaling real estate. So let's answer some questions here, see what I can do to help you guys out and see if I can help you become a successful wholesaler. We are on the eve of the largest wholesaling real estate challenge in the country. And it's gonna be a hoot. So as of this live stream, we are currently less than 24 hours away from one of the largest wholesaling real estate announcements to happen in the game. And 10 days after that, on the 9th, this is something crazy. On the 9th day of the 30-day wholesaling challenge, we are dropping a brand new marketing channel that's never been talked about ever in the history of this business. Kind of crazy. So we have a big, massive drop coming tomorrow. It's gonna throw a lot of wholesalers on their heads. Don't want to talk about it too much. We are dropping a video so we're doing our live stream at 1 p.m. and then we're dropping the video at 8 p.m. The big announcement. Free stuff, obviously. Well, come on. What else am I going to do? And then through that, on the 9th day of the 30-day wholesaling challenge, I'm just going to lull. We're dropping a brand new marketing channel that's never been talked about before. The guru's going to cry. They're going to be sad. It's going to be so crazy. It's going to be really exciting. And so it's going to be something pretty gangster. And so it's actually, we have three big drops coming. So drop one, which I did early, was the Discord. So I'll tell everybody, if you want to join a free community of wholesalers, I would go to zachdiscord.com. That's how you actually do it. That is our free Discord community. I'm putting it on the bottom. It's called zachdiscord.com. But it is our wholesaling real estate community, like a big fat community in general. And it's primarily so a lot of people can be more accountable, more of a community aspect for everyone. And also really important so I can connect Flipper Plus students with brand new wholesalers so you guys can start doing more JV deals too. And also it's important that I can vouch for the Flipper Plus students, then I know that won't screw you. Because there's a lot of crazy people happening and a lot of it's for them too. Also on top of this too, that was the big announcement. That was announcement one. Announcement number 2 is that big drop happening on the 1st, which is really exciting. And then the third big drop is going to be the brand new marketing channel that's never been done, never been talked about, and it's going to be exciting. So we're announcing. So I know I just got asked about this big announcement. So it's not Deal Machine only. It is part. I can't talk about too much, but what I will tell you is the brand new marketing channel, it's dropping to Flipper Plus students on the 1st. And so I want them to have about a 10-14 day advantage. So they can do it themselves for the first 14 days before I give it out to everybody. I'm going to tell everyone at Flipper Plus, right? You literally get 2 free events. You literally, like, I have to drop 6 figures a year on events. So you get that for free. But also you get access to me and Rick personally, right? On top of, like, an average person on the Discord or something, right? Because you got thousands of people in the Discord already, so it's hard to do it to get access personally to me. But so that's pretty cool. But in turn, if you're with a Flipper Plus student on something, then they can Flipper Plus student can personally reach out to me for deals. So that's always cool. And so it's a cool community. But I'm giving it to the Flipper Plus people on the 1st. I hope they don't give it out. They might, who knows? But on the 9th, it goes to everybody publicly, because a lot of money's been dropped on that. So I gotta let the whole people do it, right? And I've always told Flipper Plus is about having access to me and Rick, and then the events and the community and things like that. But I've never been a guy to withhold information from the general public, even though I know it's amazing. And so I'm giving it them like 8 days, and then I'm giving it to the people because the general public needs to get this information. I can't hide it from them. So, but it's pretty exciting. And so I'm telling everybody on the Discord, another reason why I made it is I want everybody starting on the 1st. I want everyone to become accountable and message each other that, hey, day 1, I'm doing this. Day 2, I'm doing this. Because every day I'm giving everybody homework and I'm making sure everybody's doing it and make sure everyone's doing their thing. So I will tell you, if you want to join an active real estate community, go to zachdiscord.com. It will be next year, the year after, the largest wholesaling Discord in the history of wholesaling. So that's pretty exciting, and you guys can go network with each other. So it's pretty cool and very exciting. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm very excited about it. And also, again, we have a free wholesaling course. All the videos on the challenge are dropping on freewholesaling.com too. So the recordings and the lives and things like that are going to be on there. But yeah, that's enough on crazy cool announcements. What I want to do is answer some questions. And yeah, so Discord's long overdue. So exciting. Let's see. Kamal says, do we have to go in the live stream to get the free stuff? I get that works. I got work. So a lot of people want to be on the live stream the first day. I don't think it's a good idea. I think the big drop's going to happen when I drop the marketing channel. So I think you should be fine. Who knows? But yeah, Discord's hopping. ZachDiscord.com. And so pretty exciting. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's do the live stream links too. I forgot that. And then I will tell everybody we are doing live streams on the Discord on Fridays. So that's going to be pretty exciting. So yeah. Jillian Jean said, I'll be doing the 30-day challenge to get my first deal closed. Then 2 and 3. Love to see it. I think she's in the Discord too. So that's pretty cool. One of my bots kicked her out. And I was like, uh-oh. Let's see. Brady says, my gym is only open 5 to 8. Should I move gyms that open earlier so I can cold call more? Brady, what gym is only open 5 to 8, bro? What kind of gym? Is this like the most exclusive bodybuilding gym in the world? I literally work out the same gym as C-Bum. Okay. And they're open 5 to 10. Okay. His gains have not rubbed on me. It's an MMA gym. Okay. I mean, it's up to you, bro. I'm not telling you what to do, but those are usually the times for MMA. Is it 5 days a week? I'm kind of curious. I don't know. Horizon, you got to go to ZachDiscord.com. That's how you join it. ZachDiscord.com. So Ashley's got a good question. What's the best way to start off for free? What would be your first step? So if you're starting out for free, I would subscribe to the Flip with Rick YouTube channel and start day 1 tomorrow on the 30-day wholesaling challenge. If you're watching this live, that is what you should do. I would join freewholesaling.com, my free real estate wholesaling course. I would join the Discord so you talk to people who are actually positive in wholesaling real estate. And I would just go through the challenge and go through everything we say on the channel for the next 30 days. That will get you successful. I promise you. That will get you very successful. So we got a lot of people excited about that. Christopher says, I definitely felt in the trap of not getting my numbers in order. I can tell if I was improving with my numbers. So can't agree more with that. Love to see it. All right. Love people excited about the challenge. Love seeing that. Let's see. Jillian said, should someone that hasn't closed a deal yet go DTS or DTA? Down to title agree. What is DTS, DTA? Am I having a brain fart? DTS, DTA. Don't. Not looking for easy, but for starters, get used to the process. I value your opinion. What in the world is DTS, DTA? Am I crazy? Can somebody tell me what that means? Oh, direct to seller? Direct to agent? Okay. Direct to seller JV. Jillian, what market are you in? I got to know this. Yeah, not direct to agent. I would just say direct to seller. I know everybody wants to JV, and that's great, but I would go direct to seller. Like that's how the vast majority of people become successful. So I would definitely go direct to seller. Yeah, I got to know what market you're in, but as long as I know that, just hop on a one-on-one. You got the StreamYard link. I mean, I can help you out there. Here's the StreamYard link for anybody. Yeah, I got to get more information. Markets are really important now. MMA gym, I'm just saying. We got to see. Let's see. Grand Rapids, Caleb in the house. Caleb and Ryan, power couple. Love to see it. Joplaw says, Zach, have you ever missed an appointment by accident? No, because I spent a lot of time getting those appointments. And one thing I always do is I always had Podio on my phone, got notifications, always had on my Google Calendar, and always I made sure everything was kind of together on that. So yeah, no, I've never missed an appointment. I've canceled appointments because I think they were correct for me. But yeah, love the networking going on in the chat. Love to see it. Awesome. Okay, I'm in Findlay, Ohio. Findlay, Ohio. What in the world is that? Findlay, Ohio. Findlay, Ohio. Okay, Hancock County. So you're gonna be roughly middle of dang nowhere. Okay. Woo. All right. Population's not crazy. I mean, you're 40 miles from Toledo. That's your issue. So I would 50-50 Toledo, 50-50 virtual market. That's what my heart's saying. Lucas County, Ohio is not terrible. That's going to be your closest decent area. So I'd go 50-50 if I were you. All righty. Let's see what we can do. Joel says, I talked to the owner of the trailer park. All right. We got a deal. I'm here to make some money.
Oh,
Joel, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Where's my money? What's going on? How are we going to make some money on this deal?
Well, I sent you the email, but I didn't have, I don't have a lot of information on it until I actually talked to him today.
What's going on? Tell me.
So I found out about the sewage system. Hold on, let me pull it up here because I have it on Podio too. I have a Podio account. But
all right, so tell me what's going on.
So yeah, the trailer park that I emailed to you, I didn't get any answer back, so I didn't know what was going on with it. But I talked to him and he said he actually owns like 70 units.
Okay.
So he has multiple trailer parks, a part of the one that I talked to him about. Mm-hmm. And he said that someone offered him $5 million for all the parks that he owns, because he owns over 70 trailers total.
Okay.
But the one that I was talking to him about, I actually drove by it also today too, and he has like, I would say between 15 and 18 trailers there. So I don't know how much to offer him. I don't know anything about trailer parks. So
remember what I asked you?
I wrote it down. I knew you asked me about
the cash flow.
Oh, that's the only thing I didn't ask him, because I guess he basically rolls by whatever he has. So
what do you mean?
have to,
whatever he feels?
No, I guess he just uses it as like one lump sum, because he has like 4 different or 5 different parks, and he has like 70 trailers total.
Joel, I think he knows the rent rolls, man.
I'm sure. I mean, like I said, I don't know about it, so I missed that question. I asked him about.
For any landlord, that's very important, because that's how you base cash. That's how you base the value of a trailer park. It's off of cash flow.
Yeah.
Do you have any local comps in the area? No, right? Like,
No.
There's not. It's a very rare type of property to get.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be your main issue, my man.
Yeah.
I need cash flow, dude. That's I can't give an offer unless I know the cash flow, because I would personally be buying this. And if I don't have cash flow numbers, I have no idea what I can do with this.
Okay.
Or I can't send it to any of my buyers because they need cash flow too.
Yeah, I mean the trailers.
Financing deals, like I can't value anything off unless it's with the cash flow, dude.
That's the only thing I didn't ask him, but
Joel,
yeah,
if you don't have comps, you have to know what the cash flow is, and there's no comps for that deal.
Yeah, that's something I didn't know, and I'm glad that you mentioned it, because I
asked you.
Yeah, and I forgot. I wrote everything down, and
These are literally recorded, man.
And I literally forgot to ask him about that one question, because I asked him about the trailers, if he owned the trailers, and which he does, and he owns the land. So that was the only one that I forgot to ask. And today also, I had somebody call me back from a mailer from Deal Machine.
Okay.
And they left me a voicemail, because I have Google Voice and it didn't ring. But by the time I noticed, it was like 8:30 at night. I didn't want to call them, but they called at like 5. I don't know when I sent the mailer. It's been a while, but it's for like a piece of land. And the other question I was gonna ask you is, honestly, I don't know how to keep track of like the calls I make, because you literally were just talking about that for like Google Voice. Because if I look on like Deal Machine and it has like one contact for that one property, I'll go into cyber backgrounds, and then I'll start calling like a bunch of numbers. So I mean, I don't know how to keep track of exactly how many calls I make. I know I make, quite a bit of calls, but so I don't know if you have an idea on how to.
I have one word for you. I have one word for you.
What?
21 hours. Just give me 21 hours, okay? Do me a favor. 21 hours. That's it.
Oh, like of time?
Give me 21 hours. You won't even have this conversation with it. We won't even have this conversation anymore, okay?
What do you mean by I'm lost with the 21 hours?
Are you subscribed to this YouTube channel?
Yeah.
21 hours.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Okay. Watch the next video after this. You're good to go.
All right.
You're set.
All right, cool. I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Good.
All right. And like I said, that old guy, the guy with the trailer park, he's really old. He has like 24-hour like healthcare. So he's on the phone and he's like, "Hey, I'm tired. I have to go." So today I talked to him for probably like 10 minutes. So next time I talk to him, he's gonna be one of those people that's gonna take some time to like win him over. But next time I'll ask him about the cash flow on the property, just to see. But I mean, he knows me by name now. I'm like, "Hey, it's Joel," and he's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm checking up on you, man. I know you're sick, and I hope you're doing better and stuff." He's like, "Yeah, man, just how we talked last time, this and that." So I'm trying to get him.
All right.
I think that was it, man. That was it. I've been calling a lot, so, and hopefully this goes through with this land. This south. Do you have any buyers like in like the Orlando, Kissimmee area?
I got buyers, but not for the trailer park.
No, the one that called me today was for land.
Okay.
So I talked to the guy that has the trailer park, and then another seller called me from Orlando, like the Orlando area, wanting to sell their land from a mailer that I sent them.
Okay. So what type of property is it? Like infill lot? Like, is it just a piece of land and land of lakes?
No, it's an infill lot. It's an infill lot. It has two houses next to it.
Okay. So I would say you should call developers. Holiday Builders is a good one out there.
Holiday Builders?
Holiday Builders.
Okay, cool. I'm going to take a look at that. See what's
all right. Up. Try to find some builders, man. They're great.
Awesome. All right. Sounds good, man.
Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Beautiful. All righty. Kyle, what is up?
Hey, what's going on, Zach?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for taking my call.
Of course. What's up? How can I help you out?
All right. So I've been working at this since December. So about 6 months or so. I've been pulling code violations list and fire damage list. I just passed about I'm at 2,454 calls or texts right now. I'm texting 5 from 2 separate Google Voice accounts, plus 5 from my personal line. And then about 3 months in, I ran into scam problems with my personal line, so I had to go get that cleared off. So I'm back to the 2 Google Voice numbers here. Yeah, that was fun working that out. So in between code violations lists, I started reaching out to an agent or some agents just in between the times I get my lists, because I have to wait a couple of days in order to receive them. And this one agent said he had a family member that passed on, and he had a probate deal. So, but this property is Zillow has it estimated for 842,000. So it's on the upper end. So I was kind of not really sure about that because most everything you're talking about is doing below 300K. So I was slightly hesitant about that. He sent me all the pictures and everything for it. It needs very minor work, like maybe 30K in paint and like touch-ups. It's a good rental, but it's kind of in like a rural area. So I'm in California. I'm in Santa Maria, but I'm doing virtual. Been doing focusing on Fresno County, and I've kind of adventured up towards Sacramento, but I haven't really been getting a lot of hits. So I'm kind of wondering, is this even a good area to stay focused on? If I should adventure to other cheaper markets, and if I should even pursue that deal with that realtor who has that probate property from his parents.
Okay, so what county?
So this probate deal is in Sonoma County, California.
Okay, so would it be in San Jose? Hello? Okay. It's weird people go mute in the weirdest times. Hello? Kyle? Kyle? Are we awake? Wakey, wakey. Kyle, this is talking time. All right. Interesting. Bye-bye, Kyle. Eugene!
Yo.
How's it going?
How you doing, Zach? I'm good.
I'm good. How are you? Are you going to cut off me midway?
Hopefully not. I don't know. Maybe I'll
Just
decide
kidding,
about that.
what's going on?
Yeah. So I sent you an email follow up like the last 2 weeks of data. It's been. I mean, if you want to take a look, you can. It's been.
Tell me.
Sorry.
Tell me.
Yeah, it's been somewhat consistent. Like the contacts. It's been. I mean, not somewhat. It's been pretty consistent. I've called like almost 4 hours each day. It's been about the same number of calls and contacts. So nothing crazy. It hasn't like plunged or anything. Maybe
Okay,
like.
can you just tell me what the last 7 days were?
Sorry?
Can you give me the last 7 days of data?
You want to check the email? Maybe it'll be easier.
Just tell me. Go to your sent, pull it up and tell me.
Okay. All right. So I called this week, Monday to Friday. Monday, 4 hours, 172 calls and 20 contacts. That's hellos of the homeowner and hellos like some random person who I have the wrong number of.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah, so Tuesday was also 4 hours. It was 18 contacts and 187 calls. Wednesday was also 4 hours. That's 19 contacts, 180 calls. Thursday was 2 hours, 18 contacts, 108 calls. Friday was 4 hours. That's 17 contacts and 167 calls.
What times?
All days. I mean, Monday was 1 to 5, Wednesday 1 to 5, Friday 1 to 5, Thursday was 5 to 7, and Tuesday was 12 to 4.
Okay. How many hours did you call Thursday?
2.
Okay. And what were those stats again?
So it was 18 contacts. 6 of them were actually
Out
the
of
homeowners.
18 contacts at how many calls?
108.
How did you basically got more out of those 2 hours than you did the rest of the 4 hours for the other days. You ever notice that?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
You know why?
The time.
Yeah, you doubled your efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do anything crazy from 5 to 7 the other days of the week?
I mean, yeah, sometimes I'm working. Sometimes I'm busy.
I mean, if you can, man, 5 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to double your efficiency doing that. And so you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the list that you gave me, I'm basically finished with it. I probably have like another good day of that list. So I just where did you pull that off of, like off some website, or what kind of, or was that like a government list or something?
Magic Fairy gave me the list. What do you want me to say?
I mean,
I'm trying to understand is if I tell you where I get the list from, is that going to change your confidence talking to the seller?
definitely not. Never. Nothing's never affected that.
I mean, I can pull you. I can pull you a big list if you want.
I mean, you can.
I'd rather you get a government list though, personally, but it's just me.
I mean, yeah, you could pull it, but like, I'm not gonna ask
No,
you every
why don't
time
you
to
pull
pull
the
me a
government
list.
list?
Yeah,
No, why don't you do it?
yeah. I mean, I don't know if I've told you before. I've attempted to with a ordinance violation, and that's only an in-person list. They've told me multiple times over the phone.
Probates.
Are those on the websites
Eugene, you
for
gotta do it
that
yourself, man.
specific account? Sorry.
Eugene, you gotta do it yourself. You gotta figure out yourself. You gotta call.
Mm-hmm. What? Yeah, I mean, I know it's all in your course. I'm not gonna. I mean, I guess I'll look at your course then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Either you
And
do the work or somebody else does the work. You gotta choose, man.
yeah, for sure. I mean, do you think there's going to be enough probates for decent amounts of calling time, or should I try something else also?
Probates and then a lot more of the lists, my man.
But like which?
I would try government lists. You have decent data on paid lists, man. But I mean, yeah, I said, you know, if you want to go pull and cold call paid list all day, you go do it, man.
I mean, from which source was that? Because maybe it'll be worth me paying for them.
Okay. Pre-foreclosures, you're going to pull in text. You're going to pull the probates and call them. You're going to pull the tax liens and call them. You're going to pull the tax delinquencies and call them from the tax collector website. You're going to get the arrest record list. You're going to get the fire damage property list. Then you're going to get the water shutoff list. And then on top of that, we're going to pull all arrest record data and cross-reference it with every other day we're doing. And we're going to call that list on top. You should have roughly 2,000 to 3,000 leads from there to call.
Okay, I wrote all that down.
It's recorded for you. So get to work.
Okay, and if not, then we'll get.
If not, if not,
no, that's not.
If not, come, bro.
That's not what I mean.
Bro,
that's not what I meant. Like after I finished all of those.
My man, did we just go through all this belief thing in the beginning for you to say, I don't know, maybe?
Yeah, my apologies.
Do you have any kids?
No, I'm only 20.
If you have a kid, only 20. There's 18-year-old kids. I'm asking, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a mom?
Yeah.
When she's older, are you maybe going to take care of her? When she's 90? Yeah, maybe I'll go see you, mom. Do you say that? Do you tell her that? Hey, mom, maybe I love you? Or do you actually believe it, dude? This is your life we're talking about, man. Your financial freedom, dude.
Yeah, that's
yeah. You can't maybe it.
That's what if? That's not how I meant to bring it across.
But subconsciously, that's how you're thinking. That's why it came out.
I mean,
and you have to own that.
Okay.
It came out because subconsciously in your mind, that's what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just stating what I see, man.
Okay.
You are not your thoughts. You can change them.
Yes. All right. So I'll go ahead and pull all those lists. I'll see what they say over the phone, and then I'll call as many as.
What if they say no? What if they say no? What are you gonna do?
Probably try again, or definitely try again.
You gotta go through the course, man. There's a levels to this if you can't get the data. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've been through the course multiple times, but that was a while ago.
If you've been through the course multiple times,
you got to refresh.
What are you gonna do if you can't get the list?
I got to refresh on that. I mean, call.
You've been through it multiple times, my man.
Yeah, but that was what, in like October.
Okay, refresh it. Go for the third time.
Yeah.
I know it's on there.
Mm-hmm.
I put my heart, blood, sweat, and tears in that course, man. I know exactly what it says.
Okay.
Get to work. Your results will speak for themselves.
Okay. Well, I'll hop on in the future, for sure.
All right.
Near future. Thank you, Zach.
When?
Maybe probably not next
7
weekend.
days. See you there, Eugene. Pull the list or not.
Okay. All right. Bye. Thank you.
There we go. Either you do it or you don't, man. Samuel, what is up?
Hi, Zach. We talked like a couple months ago. I haven't took much action, and I just have a couple questions for you.
Samuel, are you the same guy that did the Knight Rider guy?
I think so.
You think so? Do you
Yeah.
like Knight Rider or not? The guy with the long hair?
No, I don't think that was me.
Okay. Then what market are you in? Who are you then?
Me and you talked like I think March. I live like my wholesale market is in Huntsville.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And what's the earliest time I can call people?
I would say 9 a.m.
No earlier.
No.
Okay. What's the latest?
8 p.m.
Okay. What can I do at nighttime, like in the middle of the night? Because I do work at a job at a factory, 11 to 7. So,
How many days a week?
well, five to 7 days.
Wait, 5
But
days a
I,
week?
yeah. But like right now we are slow because all the koi factories are shutting down for like a week or two, So I'm off for a week. But usually I have like 30 minutes like at lunchtime, and I just don't do anything. And I really need a deal. You know what I mean?
Okay, I know what to tell you. Hey, two things, Samuel.
Yep.
Really important. I would go to zachdiscord.com and I would find 2 other wholesalers in Huntsville that want to drive for dollars with you. That's number one. I want to find some wholesalers in there that can work with you. And there's plenty. Number 2, I want you to drive for dollars on the weekends and reverse drive for dollars and put sticky notes out or on the days you're off.
Okay.
And then call any other hour you can. That's what I'd be doing.
I just don't know how to do probates.
Samuel?
I just don't know.
Samuel?
I watched all your videos about probates, but I just don't know how to do that.
Okay, so if you watched all the videos, what don't you understand? Do you know what a probate is?
Yes, it's like someone who died.
Okay, no. So I sincerely doubt you watched every probate video if you still don't know.
No. I get what probate is like, but
You don't though. You don't though. You literally, it's not a guy that died. That's not probate. A probate is the legal process of figuring out a deceased person's estates. That is what a probate is. It's not a guy that died. Okay, it's just a dead person. Now, probate is what the legal proceeding of what to do with somebody's estate that passed away. What you do is you find the court records for it. You find who's going to be in charge of that estate. Then you see if they want to sell the house. Simple as that. What's confusing about that process to you?
Getting the phone number.
Okay. So you can either you learn the PR, you go to cyberbackgroundchecks.com, you go to truepeoplesearch.com, find the person that passed away or the PR. That's how you get their phone number, or you can do something like dmzac.com and do it.
Okay. Okay. So since I'm a beginner of wholesaling, what software do you think is the best for beginners?
Samuel, you need to use cyberbackgroundchecks.com and truepeoplesearch.com. If you're not even willing to do that, we can't even talk about software.
Really?
Samuel, you're not even willing to take action.
I mean, I'll do whatever it takes to get a wholesale deal.
Okay, whatever it takes is you working, man. Put 100 sticky notes out and then get back to me. That's what you need to be doing. Whoa! 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 Flag on the play. Whoa! 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 Flag on the play. Did you just me? Did you just do that?
No,
Are you serious? Oh no! Whoa! 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 Are you serious right now?
I got some
Are you
money.
serious? You just went. Whose life am I trying to change right now? Am I being selfish saying that? You just said I'm willing to do anything to get a deal. And you go,
No, but you gotta understand, I have like some money. I want to get a deal as quickly as possible. I can afford a software.
why can't you drive for dollars? Tell me.
I can.
So
But
what was the sigh for?
what?
What was the for?
I don't want to. I don't want to put in the
The work? Sam, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, my man. Like we're talking about changing your life, my man. Why can't you drive for dollars? Samuel, come on, talk to me, man. All right. You made this choice yourself, Samuel, if you're giving up. Samuel, come back on right now in the next 5 seconds if you're not giving up. You've chosen to give up. That is a bad decision. And I want everybody watching this to understand when you go, when you give me the words, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to become successful, and I give you a task and you go, I know you just lied to me. Samuel, you're a good guy, but we have to change the way you look at life. We have to change the way you're looking at this business, because looking at this business like this is not going to get you anywhere, my man. And I say this from the bottom of my heart. Going, that is one thing that I cannot stand. I cannot stand a defeated attitude when it comes to changing your life. And I don't try to make fun of you. I'm not doing any of this stuff. But when you go to my eyes as a man and say you're willing to do whatever it takes to become successful, I give you a task and you just sigh at me. I can't do this. That's a flag on the play right there. That's a flag on the play. If I lose subscribers from that, I don't care. Okay, we cannot be having a sorry attitude. Defeat is a choice, my friends. Defeat is a choice. Coma.
Oh,
hello.
Hey, Jack.
Is this Kuma from Discord?
Yes, it is. I'm surprised you
There we
recognize.
go.
That's why I changed my name.
That's not a name I'm going to forget.
Yeah, so I've been doing probates. I've pulled probates for like 3 counties for the past 3 months. I've been using Bash Dialer, and I've been calling them, and I'm getting appointments. Like I've gotten 4 so far. I have 1 tomorrow. And one issue that I'm running into is a lot of times people will say, hey, the house is in probate, and they'll just hang up, or they'll be like, I guess, not willing to move forward. And maybe you could say those guys aren't as motivated. But I do have an appointment tomorrow, and he's like 80% convinced, because his attorney, like one wholesaler basically came and tried to buy the house, and the attorney got in the way and said, hey, you can't sell the house underneath the appraisal value. For some reason, the court won't accept it. and I guess the wholesaler didn't end up doing the deal. So the guy's really motivated, and I explained to him that we can.
You asked this question to Rick?
No.
Somebody just did the same thing with Rick on this Thursday on Flipboard Plus after. I was wondering if that was you.
Actually, I asked him how you pull probates, like in Indianapolis.
No, not that. It's the whole appraisal thing.
No,
this ain't California, right?
No.
Usually the appraisal is going to be 75%. Am I wrong with this? What you've looked up? What have you found?
Yeah, I'll say 75 is fair. It's like 80%, but 75 to 80 is fair.
Wait. But have you read the law? Like, what's the appraisal have to come in at? Usually it's a number.
I have not read the law, but the house, like compared to comps, all fixed up is like 210, and the appraisal came in at I think 160.
Okay.
And how do I? From watching all the videos, Rick just says reach out to a title company and try to get them to basically do majority of the work, because you don't have to understand probate all the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Is that like an option, or is there anything else I can say personally, because I have an appointment tomorrow?
So I would call the title company and basically like ask, like, hey, I'm about to put a property in a contract. I was told from the seller that I have to get an appraisal done. Is this true or not? And the title company, which deals with probates a lot, most likely will tell you no. Most of the case, Kamal, it's going to be no. The seller's lying, or actually it has to be this % off.
Yeah.
So you got to figure that out. Usually it's 75% if the court, if they do mandate it. It's usually 75%, and then you just take 75% of the appraised and just that's what you lock it up for.
Okay. Is the deal doable then?
Say again?
Usually, like, is it still doable? Because what if the appraisal comes in higher than expected? Like,
and you get another appraisal. I mean, I got to look at the state, and I got to read the laws, and obviously
it's Indiana. It's like Northwest Indiana.
Okay, I think we talked about this. I swear, Rick just talked. You DM him about this deal, and also message me the deal. Is the appraisal higher than what the thing's actually worth, you think?
See, I don't remember off the top of my head what he said. It was either 160 or 120, but either way it works. It won't be as nice of an assignment fee, unfortunately, if it's 160. But
if it's 160, then you should be able to lock it up for, let's do the math here. You should be able to lock it up for 120.
Okay.
Right? I think that's the least you can lock it up for. So I think I'd lock up that sucker at 120, sell it for 130, make your money, my man.
Okay, it's actually a probate lead too, which is, man, those things they're a lot easier than calling, FSBOs for sure. So,
dude, they're great, man. We're in Indiana.
Northwest. So, I don't know if
okay. Yeah, I would just I would call the title company in the morning. I would lock up that deal, and then I would hop on their Flipboard Plus Zoom tomorrow at like 8, and I'll have Rick will talk about it. Yeah, I mean he'll chat your ear off for like 20 minutes about it. But we want to help you out, man. But talk to the title company; they're going to be earful of knowledge. Trust me. They'll tell you everything you need to know about the state exactly, because I'm not going to give you Indiana state specifics, but I'll lock it up, and then we can go through the probate process. They're going to ask you again, hey, it's in probate right now, but hey, we can actually put the property in a contract if you are the personal representative. So if Joel Smith passed away, you do the estate of Joel Smith, and then have the PR write it, and you should be able to get the contract done. Just bring it to the title company. Hey, you can change this to this. Okay, we'll change whatever, right?
But use the state approved contracts too, right, for the probates?
Yep. Okay. Make sure it's signability in there. You should be all set.
Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
So the thing about probates is, I love them, and I love the appointments of the people who I get to talk to. They're like usually older people, and they're a lot nicer, but they do take a lot of follow-up, and they're not like a quick hit. You know what I mean?
Welcome to my life.
Yeah. I guess if I could ask a question, like I said, let's say I have 10 hours a day to just be doing this and nothing else for the next month. What's something where, like, what's a list? Like, is it that you would say to do that can be like a quick hit, like faster than probate. Besides like door knocking, pre-foreclosures, and things like that.
Why pre-foreclosure is the quickest one?
Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
I'd put
I'm just afraid of door knock. I don't want to get like, chased by dogs.
Put a sticky note on the door, man.
Okay.
Come on. Have you heard Jason White's story in Flipper Plus?
Is he
That's all homeboy does. That's all homeboy does. He just did a 50. I think he almost made 60 grand last month doing just reverse drawing for dollars.
Okay. Does he do just like pre-foreclosure?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
You can DM him Flipper Plus. He will tell you.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's the go-to, right? The mullet.
That's his go-to. So put it on pre-foreclosure leads.
Okay.
So I would stick to those, and then once you get a deal, we'll talk about probate letters and things like that.
Yeah, I want to do those too. I found a way to kind of, I don't want to like give it out too much, but I think you can scale probates. Maybe.
DM me. Tell me. Okay, I want to know.
Okay.
Okay. Right. I've experimented other ways too. Of just like, do you print probate letters? You can slap them on the door like a sticky note. Right? There's other things I've thought about it. I have a couple ideas. I have one really good idea for you, which I can DM you. I can't say it publicly because I could get in legal trouble, but I just DM you. Why not? But yeah, man, go to this appointment. Let me know. And obviously, if you want, we can call the seller. We can call the seller if they have objections too. You know, we do that too. So like if the seller's like, oh, I have all these problems, Rick will hop on a 3-way call and help you out with that too. Okay.
Okay. And DM you like on what?
Flipper Plus. It's fast way.
Okay. Cool. All right.
All right. Sounds good, man. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Oh, awesome. All righty. All right. Next we got Kevin. What is up?
Hey, what's up, Zach?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about yourself, man?
Every day above ground's an amazing day.
All right. Yeah, so I just had a quick question. So I'm actually a newer wholesaler, and I've been getting a couple of solid leads in my local area and also outside in Tennessee. But I actually had a question about subleasing. So I actually called a pre-foreclosure in my local area, and he said he was rather more interested in subleasing instead of selling. He has a pretty high equity percentage, but I just don't know how to go about that. Or I don't know how to, I don't know, I guess.
Okay.
Put that in a contract, I guess, or something.
So, okay. So the only subleasing I theoretically do to make a ton of money is a lease option. And that's
okay.
I get a lease option with the seller, and then I sell it on basically seller finance. But I'm not, again, in the beginning, I'm not trying to drown people in things and ideas, but like that's theoretically that's what you do, right? I agree to give you $5,000 down, and I agree to give you $1,000 a month, and then I find a guy who's going to give me $10,000, who's going to give me $1,500 a month, and I make money on the
okay.
That's subleasing in my opinion, because I can control the whole deal. Now,
right?
He's interested in subleasing. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. The simplest way possible is, okay, well, $800 a month I can give to you for the next 5 years. Okay. And then you find a guy for $1,300 or $1,200, and you just make money on the difference. That's theoretically how you're going to make money on subleasing. Now, anyone could say a bunch of other things, right? Oh, I know one guy's going to tell you, oh, you should get it for $800 and then rent it out to 7 guys for $400 a room, but then that's a risk for you. I would get basically a person to do that. Now, the issue, it's not rent to own, so it's a lot more difficult to do. So you have to get really good terms on that deal.
Okay. And how do I go about, like, I guess, acquiring a contract like that? Do I have to go through
It's just a lease.
Get one online?
It's just a regular. You can find any standard lease, and then make sure it doesn't have a thing that says no subleasing. You should be able to sublease, and then you find somebody on Craigslist. You got to find somebody basically on anything, Facebook groups and Facebook in general. Do that. You do have some liability, possibly, if you give it to like a drug addict and they destroy the house, right? So you got to get, if they make you do $1,000 deposit, you got to do a $3,000 deposit. It's not my favorite. Like, we're not talking big money here. Yeah. So like, I'm not, as you know, you're trying to find a way to make money on this. So I get it.
Right.
That's the only way I could see you make money on it. But it's a way. the seller has to give you a good deal, and most sellers weren't willing to do that. They just want to rent it out. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'll tell you this, Kevin. I've had a
Mhm.
lot weirder deals. I've had a lot weirder deals. So that's why I believe you. That's why I'm like, you know what? I have a lot weirder sellers. So go ahead, go crazy.
Yeah, all right. That sounds pretty good. So
There's a million ways to make money in real estate, dude. This is just one of them. You could
I know.
you do it right. You can make $6,000 for a couple of years. You know,
Yeah.
it's not bad.
But it kind of does sound like a lot of liability, you know. So.
It is. It is. That's why I like wholesaling. Liability is like it's sold, not my problem anymore. That's why I tell you. So I don't talk about that because I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
But
So
there are gurus and guys like that Airbnb wise, right? They'll get it for $800 a month and they'll Airbnb it out and make money. Like I think the liability is too great doing that. But people make a full-time living doing what you're just trying to do.
because this basically falls under I believe it's called like Airbnb, what's called arbitrage.
I mean, it's
right?
rental. It's not that it's rental arbitrage, but they call it Airbnb arbitrage. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. That's
But
basically it.
the seller's actively okay with you making money though, which is kind of weird.
Right. So
I think it's weird, man. I just want to make sure he's the actual seller.
So it
all the time,
definitely is the actual seller. He's like a
Okay.
70-something-year-old dude. He actually got his home from his mom, so it was a I believe affidavit.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's technically why he's, I guess, interested in
How
renting
about
it
we
out.
do this, Kevin? Okay. What state is this in?
In California,
Where in California?
in Los Angeles.
Okay, we'll do this. You know what? If you do this exact sentence, okay, you can make more than $5,000. You can end up making $50,000 if you just say this one sentence and it goes well. I know it sounds crazy to do, but just try it out before you do the lease. Would it be okay if I did a lease with an option to buy? That's all you have to say.
Okay.
What does that mean? Well, I lease out the property for the next 5 years. And at the end of the 5 years, I have an option to purchase it for cash. That's what I want to do. And that's it, right? Because like, hey, I would love to do this arbitrage type thing you want me to do. But again, with California and how laws work with tenants and situations, I feel like just having the purchase to buy would be a lot better for me. Hey, I can do a lease with an option to buy in the next 10 years if you want, whatever you want to do. And if he says yes to that, then you hop back on. Me and Rick hop on a call. We do the deal, and I'll teach you how to make $60,000 on it. And you make half of it with me. I'll make the other half, and you get Flipper Plus for free for the rest of your life, and we're all set. Up to you. We can make a lot more money on this option, my man. I'm telling you that. So just ask, can I do a lease with an option to buy? And he might be asking all these crazy things. You're a beginner. Hey, I want to lease it out, but at the end, I want an option after 5 years to buy it. He might be like asking all these things, but like, you get a price to buy it for in 5 years and terms. Look up a lease options, Rick Ginn, lease options flip with Rick. But is this too much for you? Like you tell me. I don't think it's too advanced.
No.
Look up a couple of videos. It's pretty good. But if he says yes to that, you'll end up making like 60, 70 grand on that deal.
Right. All right. Sounds solid.
It's crazy to say that a seller would take it, but it happens more than you think.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, because technically, also, can I also just buy him out of his equity or like whatever's left of it?
Yeah, you can just purchase it and do a regular wholesale deal. Seems like he doesn't want that. He wants something else. So if he wants too much, then at least with an option to buy is probably your best bet.
All right. Thanks, Zach.
All right. Have a good one, man.
You too, man.
Perfect. All right, guys. So if you do want to learn wholesaling real estate for free, go to freewholesaling.com. I got to prepare for a massive first day of the 30-day wholesaling challenge tomorrow. So make sure you hop on there at 1 o'clock Eastern. And then we're releasing a video on both channels at 8 p.m. of the big drop. Then also make sure you check out our free course, wholesaling.com, and our Discord, ZachDiscord.com. And I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Hopefully you believe in yourself today. I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.